Hey everyone, it is late at night for me. If you know me, you know this is bedtime. Jen's normally in bed by now, but we are just blown away right now with the number of people who are signing up for my inner circle, and who a lot of people have sent final email questions, and literally we've had some issues with one of the website checkout pages that's just taking a long time to process, and now my email is down. Like, you guys, you're breaking the internet. So these are great problems to have, but it's just easier for me to come on here live and just answer these than to try to copy and paste some texted answers. Like, I can see the emails, I can't respond to them on either my phone. I can't actually even get them on my PC right now. So anyway, I'm going to answer some questions for you. If your name is Beth or Melissa in particular, I've got answers. I've got, what does Marie Forleo say? I've got the A to your Q, okay, at the end of this. So real quick, we've gotten a lot of emails today, you guys. Thank you so much. Most of you know that my inner circle closes tonight at midnight, which is, what time is it your time? I don't even know what time it is my time. Thank you, Cassie, for signing up. I'm guessing that it's 8 o'clock, 8:30-ish my time. So it closes in a couple hours, okay? And so let me just kind of buzz through some of these questions as quickly as I can for people who are still on the fence, okay? Who's a hurdler here? Who's a fence rider? There's no shame in that game, but I just want to help you by answering some questions. Brenda, I'm excited too. And I apologize for this, okay? And I know it looks like I'm drinking urine or weak beer. Here's what it is. You want to know what it is? Because I'm old and I do weird things. So almost every day I go to the local McDonald's and get an unsweetened iced tea. It's kind of my guilty pleasure, even though there's no guilt in it because there's no sugar. There's no sugar. But sometimes I'm like, I like it watered down. So then I just pour it into a mason jar with water, and then it feels like it lasts longer. This is 46, y'all. Okay, so listen, I'm about to bust through some questions. Yes, Nicole, paint those cabinets. All right, number one. Okay, will your group help me build a Facebook page? Here is the answer to that. It'll be best for your group. And I literally have messaged back probably 10 of you in the last few hours that say, if you don't have a business in mind, if you don't already know what you want to do, you're going to get into my group and you're kind of going to freak out probably. More than likely, it's going to feel like you're drinking from a fire hydrant, and I don't want that to be the case for you. All right, so it would be best if you have a business, because I had somebody ask, what if I have no business? Okay, listen, here's what I told her. You know you, okay? Jan, yes, you should get Jan, remind me at the end to answer that. You know you. And if seeing a whole lot of people taking action makes you say, okay, I got to get my crap together and I got to get started on something, because and for some of you, here's a little biblical thing for you. Some of you are like, oh Lord, God's no respecter of persons. So if he can do that for them, he can do that for me too. Like, I'm all over this. I'm seeing all these people being successful. I'm going to be successful too. So if when you see successful people, if that's what stirs up in you, and just seeing that will kind of prod you along, then absolutely go ahead and join us. But if you're like one of those persons, and you know you, so I need you to know you, who's like, and you don't have a business, and you're going to feel really lesser than, and it's not going to motivate you, it's going to make you want to suck your thumb and cry in the corner, then my group's probably not for you. You probably need to get your business going first, okay? And I told people when I messaged them back today, I don't want to just take your money. That's no fun. There's no honor in that. I don't want to just take your money. I want to really make sure it's a good fit for you, okay? All right, so the second question was, will I help you to build a Facebook page? And several of you were asking about a login, all right? So there's no login yet. Come Valentine's Day, there will be a login. Right now, no login. Everything's in the Facebook group. We have videos for you to watch there. We have content for you to watch there. We have training for you to watch there. Okay, so one of the trainings is Facebook 101, and it teaches you how to build your Facebook page. It is ready. If you need that, when you get into my group, I want you to make the question, where is the video Jennifer said to help me start my Facebook page? And we'll get that email to you, okay? So there you go. One of the other questions was, can I quit at any time? And I try not to be like sarcastic and snarky when I type back, but I'm like, yes, this is not inner circle jail. Like, you're not stuck here forever. It's just a 30-day month to month to month. But listen, Can I tell you something about membership sites? Because this is a membership site. The average, if I understand correctly, like turnover rate in terms of people quitting every month is usually in this industry 10%. And my percentage is closer to 5. So when people come into the group, they tend to stay. Okay? So here's what I want to make sure we're working on for mindset. Okay? Listen up, regardless of if you're a business owner, regardless of if you're thinking about joining, regardless. All right? Please don't come into my group with the preconceived notion of, can I get out at any time? Because here's why. As a man thinketh in his heart, so he is. So if you're already thinking of an exit strategy of, can I get out of here after 30 days? Like you're going to come into my group and you're going to be looking for gaps. And right now we've got some gaps. You want to know why? Because we've had almost 900 of you sign up in the last couple days, which is an amazing problem to have. But I've got 3 of my team members, 3 people working right now till midnight to get all of you into the group as quickly as possible, answer all your questions, help if there's a billing issue, whatever. But if you come into my group, if your question is, can I quit at any time? Yes, you can quit at any time. And so it's important that you know that. But please don't come into my group with that thinking of, okay, I can quit at any time, and then you're almost looking for a reason to. Does that make sense? Suzanne, committed for a year. Yes, girl. Yes, somebody just asked me about writing a bio for your Facebook page. I don't go in depth about doing a bio, Michelle. Here's what I tell you. Go find somebody who has a kick-ass bio and tweak it and duplicate it. Make it into so it, fits you. Does that make sense? Thanks, Holly, for joining. Thanks, Danilda. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And thank you guys for whoever's sharing this hot on a Wednesday night. You guys are coming in hot. Right, Jenna. It's like going into a marriage preparing for a divorce. So come in, giving us grace this week while we get our wits about us. I'll be live in the group talking to you guys tomorrow. And just tell you what our plans are, how you can find everything you need to, how we feel like the group is set up to best help you to learn, etc. How do you join, says Angela. Angela, right here. And somebody just asked me about an online Bible study. You have absolutely no idea who said that. Who said that? Ashley. I'm thinking about doing a Bible study. That's so funny. The Lord the other day brought that to my mind. Every day in February that I should do a prayer time in the morning, early in the morning. And I kind of foo-fooed it off, and you might be confirmation. Dang, girl. Dang, girl. Yep, Kristen joined today. She's a little bit overwhelmed. It's all good. We'll make sure that you're unoverwhelmed, okay? That's my biggest thing for you guys. I want to make sure that you're not overwhelmed in the group and that you get what you need. Okay. All right, let's answer some more questions. Next question was, what if I'm not creative? Okay, and Grace, I want to come back to that question, so I'm going to leave it up. If you're not creative, I talk a lot. What you need, baby girl?
I was just saying, if you're not creative.
You don't even know what to do with people that aren't creative? Like Ava doesn't even understand that. How could you not be creative? If you're not creative, this is what I have answered to many people. My group was designed originally for creatives. I cater to creatives because I understand our weirdo thinking, okay? Who's a creative here in my lives? Let me know. All right, so I talk a lot about the creative mindset, about how we tend to, get derailed, go off the rails, etc., because our mind is working at breakneck speed as a creative person, okay? So with that being said, I talk a lot to the creatives, but the majority of the meat, like the meat and potatoes of my group, is to teach you how to use social media and the online space in general to make sales for your business. So if you're in an MLM, for instance, we had a bunch of people ask me that. If I'm in an MLM, I promise you, it's just watered down tea. I promise. If I'm in an MLM, will this help? Absolutely. Clara Nicole from She's Crafty Too, that's an MLM. Chocatour is an MLM. Other people have asked about like LuLaRoe and things. If you are able to do a Facebook page and not have to operate totally on a group, okay? Because I don't know that I can help you if you're building your business around a group. And I just need to say that. Grace, this ties right into your question. Could I address your business Facebook page versus a private group? Absolutely. Go listen to my podcast today. It's on iTunes. It released today. It's also on my website if you go to jenniferallwood.com/podcast. And my whole podcast today is on the algorithm changes on Facebook. And I talk in detail on there about why you should not give up a page for a group. Groups have algorithm things as well. The truth is brands don't care about groups. You're not going to be able to target groups with Facebook ads, at least not in the very near future that I can see. So always, always, always a page. But I address in that podcast, Grace, why it should be on the page, okay? So, and Grace says she does a private group that she doesn't charge for. I really dislike that business model. I gotta tell you something, friends. I seem super, super sweet online, and I am, but I also have gotten to 7 figures by knowing a couple of things, okay? So I know a couple of things. Don't build your business off of a free group. It will work for a few people, but for the majority, you're going to get bogged down. People are going to take advantage of it. They're going to take. They're not invested. They have no skin in the game. Don't do a free group. Don't do a free group. Okay. Heather Coberly says, where do you start? You want to be just like me? You're so sweet. You don't want to be just like me. You don't know where to start. Start with, what do people ask you, Heather, all the time? What do your friends text you and ask for your opinions on or help with at their house? Is it rearranging their furniture? Is it organizing their closets? Is it painting something? Is it making jewelry? Is it styling an outfit? What is it that people already come to you for? And then you make money off that, girl. Money off that. Gina's down for a Bible study. Let's see. My IG posts are your fave. Thanks, Lauren. Tanda. Oh, Tanda, that's a great question. If you join the group, will you miss the lives, or some after 4? None of them are after 4, and here's why. After working on my business this hard for this long, I try to be done every day by the time my kids get home from school, and that's just the honest to goodness truth. And I'm going to try to help you to get that way in your business as well. So my live calls are going to be during the day, and you will always be able to watch the replay. The live calls is the one time every month, though, that you can have the chance to literally bring your face up onto the computer screen with me, and we talk just like this. Just like this. And so if you miss the lives, it's okay, but you just don't get a chance to ask a live question. Does that make sense? You can watch those at any time. Okay. Let's see. You thought about that earlier today too, Amber, that I should start a prayer group? Hi, baby.
Hello, Jennifer.
I know I look a mess. I'm literally in my pajamas. Look, like literally. Like I'm ready for bed, folks. Let's see. Laura says she was in for months and she never took advantage of it. This time she's going to commit. Laura, were you the one that I was Instagramming back and forth? If not, there was another person that said the same thing. And this is what I told her. Dig deep, sweetie, about why you were in there and took no action. Dig deep. Figure out why. Hi, honey. Do you want to say hello?
What are you drinking?
I know it looks like I'm drinking urine. It's watered down iced tea. Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
They can't see your face, babe.
Oh. Hi.
There's your cocktail of drugs.
My cocktail of goodies right here.
He's been sick. God bless you, baby. I love you.
I love you too.
I'll be done soon.
All right.
Heather Coberly, how come you lost that, baby girl? Tell me how you lost your creativity, because here's the deal. We were all creative at one time. We were created in God's image. God's the most creative ever. I mean, when you think about the most gorgeous sunset, and think about how flowers, like the flowers I got delivered from Hope Writers today. Think about all the colors. Think about how God could have made that all in black and white. We never would have known the difference, but he himself was creative and an artist. You can bring that back. It's not dead. That thing can be resurrected. Cassie says her husband laughed and said, that's you. Debbie Lee, will I open my group again? I am open my group again in June, but right now we're going to be sitting really good at over 1,500 members, and so we're staying at that size until I reopen in June. Okay, all right. I got more questions. Hey, thank you, Kathy Thomas, for sharing me to your MLM. Charlie, I'm so glad to have you. Jen and Jesus, a winning combo. Sherry, you're the best. Cheryl, my mastermind is full. I only took 20 people in the mastermind. It was a 5-figure investment. It was a high dollar ticket item, and I wanted to keep it a very small group. And yes, it is full at 20 people. Thank you for asking. Yep, Grace, go listen to that podcast. Debbie, if you're in Chalk Couture, we can help you. And I know you've got other options too of other people that are really great with their business in Chalk Couture right now. Okay, Janet, I'm so glad to have you. Do I ever sleep? Yes, I do. I can tell you that this week with so many people signing up, I've got a little less sleep than normal, but that's okay. Bethany, your mom joined last night. Yes, I'm so happy for her. I had somebody ask, this is a good question, how old's your oldest member? And I'm like, I don't know, how old are you? Like, who cares what anybody else is doing? I have been getting less emails asking me if there are, jewelry people, or are there cupcake people, or are there whatever in the group? Because I think, did you guys see my Facebook Live this morning? The one where I addressed that question, the one where I apologized to the sweet woman from last night that I didn't mean to get snarky with. But somebody asked me yesterday if there were any crocheters in the group, and I said to her, why would that matter? Like, you need to be so focused on God's path for you and what you're being nudged to do that I don't care if there's any other crocheters. And you need to not care either. Does that make sense? Like, one of the best things I did for my business, and I talked about this on Facebook Live this morning, is I quit trying to be involved in groups where only people in my industry were at. I had to think broader than that. I had to think broader. So for some of you who are like, are there any other photographers? Are there any other underwater basket weavers? Like, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So, hang tight. How do we sign up, says Teresa? The link is at the top. The link is at the top, Teresa. Thank you so much. For those of you who have been on the Magic Brush Ink tonight, and you've had the spinning wheel of death where it says it's processing. Go to jenniferallwood.com/inner circle. That's going through really quickly. I'm telling you guys broke our site. You broke my email, skin in the game. Yes. Okay, I missed a bunch of questions. Will you re-ask your questions, you guys? Wow, we've got almost 600 of you on here. Let's see. Danila, it's really, okay, so if you have a hobby, Danila, you're asking if it's for those of you who aren't even on the ground yet. I would prefer you have a business. I would prefer that if you're tinkering in the business, that's one thing. If you are kind of making a little money, that's okay. But what my focus for you is going to be is this. When you treat your business like a hobby, it will pay you like a hobby. When you treat your business like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. So I'm going to try to get your mindset switched over to, okay, I got to take this crap seriously. Like, I'm going to actually treat this like a business. And that is a huge mind shift for people. So, hi, Eva in snowy Canada. Wish some of that was this direction. What else? Okay, Anita says she joined Sunday night. I'm so glad. She's a hairdresser of 30 years. Yes. Hairdressers are super creative people. Don't kid yourself. You deal with color just as much as painters do. Stephanie says you're working on a Facebook farm page, but you're not ready to make money until summer. Girlfriend, tell me about that. Why are you not ready to make money till summer? You're leaving a lot of cash on the table in between now and summer. In between now and when I reopen my group in summer are a lot of days, are a whole lot of days. Have you guys seen, some of the people that are in my group and what's happened in their businesses in the last 6 months? Look at Damon Oates, look at Julia Samako, look at Clara, she's crafty too. Look at the turquoise iris. And I'm not saying it's necessarily my teaching, but I am saying that when you get in a really powerful group, man, I'm telling you what, there's a lot of inspiration, cross-sharing, collaborations, etc. They can help you make dollars, but don't wait until summer. Don't wait till summer. I am not part of ClickFunnels, says Mindy. Nicole, you should have gotten an email telling you what to do if you signed up this afternoon. Thank you for joining us. If you didn't, check your spam. A lot of our emails go to Gmail. This is a problem across the board with email servers, so it's not just us. If it's not there, send us an email in the morning to info@themagicbrushink.com. Miss Vicky is probably a little tied up tonight. Hopefully she doesn't hate me yet. So wait until tomorrow. We'll get you in the group. I've got 3 people who work for me all on standby till midnight, all working ferociously on your guys' behalf. So thank you, Cindy. I'm so glad that you joined as well. Let's see. Cassie, thank you for that. Okay, I know I missed more questions. I told 2 people that I would respond to them. Beth, okay. Beth sent us an email since you guys killed my email tonight too. And so I'm not even mad. I'm not even mad. Beth, and I'm not giving a last name to protect her innocence, but Beth says that she cannot interact socially and she gets no engagement on her Facebook page. Beth, I can help you, okay? Number 1, I've got 2 ways I'm going to help you. Number 1, you're asking the wrong things or you've built the wrong audience, or you have not built a relationship with them on your Facebook page, and I help you fix all of those things, okay? Number 2, Beth, and I say this with every ounce of love in my heart, and I feel like it's important for me to say, because if you struggle with this, other people do too, okay? Several people are really introverted who are coming into my group and wondering what to do next. Number 1, yes, I teach how to do Facebook Live, but do you realize you don't even have to show your face? You can just point a camera at your hands. How many of you know who April from Sweet and Saucy is? She's been in my group for a long time. April is ruling the cookie world. If there's anybody that has anything to do with television on this call right now, would you please tell them to give that girl a television show? I mean, seriously, it's such a obvious thing for me that she should be on DIY Network, and I'm prophesying that for the second time over her. So she puts the camera on her hands, and she calls it a cookie cam. So for those of you who struggle with anxiety, with being on camera, with relationships online, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be about you. The camera doesn't have to be on you, but you got to do something. So we've had other people just put the camera on an easel and they paint. And some of those videos go viral, you guys. You want to know why? The things that we do, friends, you're thinking that you're just creative. That thing is just your catalyst to something else, okay? Your creative gifting is often just your catalyst. It's also, though, God gave it to you to bless others. So some of you are sketch artists, all right? You could sit there and sketch on a Facebook Live, and it's mesmerizing to people who can't sketch, to people who aren't even interested in sketching. If you're a cartoonist, if they could sit there and watch you do cartoons, boom, 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 cha-ching, money maker. Like, I'd tell you eventually how you get the money out of that, okay? But for those of you who are tied up in anxiety, my suggestion is this: get some help. Get some help. And I'm not saying that it has to even be like some formal big to-do thing, but friends, I've been in business therapy for 3 years every other month with the same therapist, because business will bring up in you stuff you didn't even know was there. You'll just be trucking along, minding your own business, thinking your business is good, like literally minding your own business. And you'll reach a certain income level and you'll want to throw up. I had a fit in Target yesterday. A fit when I realized what has happened to my business in the last 72 hours. I just had a fit right there. Right there. A fit can look like crying. A fit can look like putting everything you want in a basket. A fit can come out in a lot of different ways. There's been a lot of eating my feelings today. So I hope that that's helpful. Beth. Okay, the other question. Oh, hang on. The other question that I wanted to answer live, because I can't respond back to her, is from Melissa Norris, who, I just said your last name. Okay, everybody forget. Everybody forget that I just said her last name. Melissa, I did your kitchen years ago, and you used my painting video to do your garage doors, and I'm sorry, I just said your name on a live. I did not mean to. But anyway, she sells Roden and Fields. It's an MLM, so she wanted to know if my coaching will help her. Yes, if, this is the caveat. Thank you guys for sharing, by the way. And I've also noticed I'm talking fast. And I'm talking fast, I think, because I'm running on no sleep, a lot of adrenaline, and a whole lot of sunflower seeds. If you follow my Instagram stories, you'll know what I'm talking about. I used to be a pack-a-day smoker before we had kids, so it's been 17, 18 years. Pack-a-day smoking. I still dream about smoking. Any ex-smokers on here? So I'm very tactile. Does that make sense? Like, so sometimes I'm like, sunflower seeds, like something that, or carrots, or popcorn, that's something I can do one after the other. So, what the heck was my point? I don't even know. But, MLMers, if you can brand yourself, or if your MLM company will let you have a business page, then yes, come join us. Because what I'm teaching you is how to build your social media and use the online space to grow your business. So, but it depends, because some MLM companies won't let you do that. So, let's see, what other questions can I answer for you guys? You smoke in your dreams. Girl, I get it. I get it. I asked earlier if the inner circle would be with the same people that include tips on painting, like the paint finishing group. Nope, Laura. In fact, I don't even let any questions go through that have to do with painting or anything like that. This is a business group. And it is strictly on how are you going to make money at whatever you're good at doing. That's all we're talking about. And not about the money necessarily, but we're not talking about techniques, any of that. I do have a free training in there on pricing what it is that you paint. And I don't say, charge $500 for a nightstand. I don't say that. But I tell you how to come up with your own prices. So I hope that helps. But we keep it very businessy. Oh, Jan, you're sweet. I'm a hot mess, sister. Are you kidding me? It is bedtime up in the hood. You're waiting until June, Terry? I will welcome you in June. Jenny Lynn, I swear I just saw the word pornography. Thank you, Jesus. It says photography. I just saw a lot of P's. There was just a lot of graphies and P's right there. You want to use your photography as creative storytelling. Yes, girl. You wholeheartedly agree. Sorry, I had to kick the kids off. Mark Harmon, your wife and you submitted an hour ago. Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. I'm honored to have you in there. Debbie just joined us too. Wow. Wow. I promise I'm not going to cry. I cried this afternoon. I told my husband that too. I told Mr. Magic. I'm like, I totally did the ugly cry. Like the whole snot on the shoulder and everything this afternoon. Sorry about that. I was emotional. Alicia, you joined my group recently. You knew only a month ago that you want a business. You're trying to figure it out on your own. Is it too early for you to be in the group? Okay, so let's dig deep, Alicia. You need to figure out what you're good at and what people will buy from you. So, Alicia, if you are fantastic at underwater basket weaving, nobody gonna buy it. Nobody gonna buy it, okay? So even though everybody is painting furniture online, if you're not good at painting furniture, that's not gonna work either. So see how it has to be both? You have to figure out what are you good at that you would like that people will pay you for. So sometimes I think it just helps to like list out or ask your best friend, what am I good at? Like, what am I good at? And if you don't know what you're good at, I want you to figure out what you're good at. We're all good at something. So dig really deep there, sister. More than likely, Alicia, I'm going to take this one step deeper because I feel like I just got a word from the Lord for you without getting all religious-y. But you already know, sister, what it is that you want to do. You want confirmation from another that it's okay. And I'm here to confirm to you that it's okay, babe. That thing that you're wanting to do that you maybe have already told people about and they tried to squash that and kind of spit on it a little bit, and now you're kind of cowering. Don't cower. I want you to come back out, claws going, not towards the people, but with that business idea. And I want you to jump all in like a lion. Okay, you already know what it is, Alicia Dobbs. I'm calling you out because I love you. I don't even know you, but that's a word from the Lord for you. You know what it is that you want to do. You're needing somebody to give you permission, and I just gave it to you. Okay, Emily Danielson says she's scared to do a Zoom call because you don't like to do video calls. Can you join my Zoom calls with the video? Yes. Emily, you can. God bless you. I know exactly what you're saying. Here's what Emily's saying. Every month we have a live phone call. And I give you a code, and you click on the code on your computer, and you'll see my face up on the screen. And I will say, okay, who has questions? Let's rock and roll. And we're able to get 20 times deeper than what we do right here, right? So Emily would like to be able to raise her hand, and the majority of the time I would pull Emily's beautiful face up onto the screen. So it would be me and Emily talking, and the other, 100 or 200 people or whatever watching. And Emily's just saying, I don't want to be on the screen with you. Emily, it's fine. You can turn your video off. But it's so much more fun when there's more than just me. Susan Cuss says she did her first live a week ago, and it more than tripled her likes, and she's going live again tomorrow. That a girl. Kara says, do you make monthly payments or all at once? Kara, Neely, you can pay every 30 days. So you'd make a payment today before midnight, and then one every 30 days, or you get 2 months free if you pay for a year at a time. So you pick your poison. Who's the cookie girl again, says Sharon. It is Sweet and Saucy Life, my friend April. Vicky says she freaks out in front of a camera. Vicky, okay, so forget about the camera. That's this much of what I'm going to teach you. We taught on branding last week. We taught on Google Analytics this week. Next week we have a live call. After that we have somebody who's talking about legal stuff in your business. Then we're talking about pop-up occasional shops. Like those booths that just pop up 1 week in a month. And the week after that we're talking about, we have a psychologist coming in talking about money mindset. None of that has to do with cameras and video. Video is this much of what I teach. Come on in, sister. The water's good. Teresa, you need to do a Facebook Live, Teresa Carver Bloomstrom, with someone for the first time. That'll help you to get over your nerves. And Teresa, here's what I tell the people who are nervous about going live also. I would like to be really frank with you if I can, if I have the permission to do so, because sometimes my truth stings a little, and yet it needs to be said. When you're saying, I'm nervous to be on camera, I'm nervous about Facebook Live, I don't want to be on the video, I'm not comfortable with this, all of it's valid, but it's all focused on you. It's all focused on you. I like to teach business from a different perspective. And that perspective is this. God gifted you to make money at something. He gifted you in a certain area. You have a responsibility to do that. And that means showing up and serving your customers or potential customers. So if you will switch your focus from I'm nervous to my people need me to show up. So Teresa, you signed up with Chalk Couture. Yes, you may be nervous, but how are these people going to ever learn anything about Chalk Couture if you don't come on a live? Or you can record a video if you want, but you're going to reach 7 times less people. So if Teresa, and anybody else that's nervous, if you'll shift, thank you for the hearts, if you'll shift your thinking from thinking about all the reasons you can't, shouldn't, don't want to, whatever, and instead think about them. Let's be really honest for a second. I don't feel like coming on a Facebook Live at 8:30 at night with no makeup, my pajamas on, drinking what looks like urine. Can't even hit the straw. It's iced tea. But I have a community to serve. You guys have questions. It's my responsibility to show up and serve you. One of the reasons I would like to think that my group has been so successful is I try to have a servant's heart at every single angle. I'm trying to serve the people who are entrusting to me every month by being in that group. Switch your mindset, babe, and it switches everything. Then it becomes less about you and all about your clients. And when you are all about your clients, I'm telling you what, you have a winning business model. God's going to bless that every day of the week. I missed 500 questions, and I am not even exaggerating. So, what else? What else can I answer for you here? Julie just joined. Yes. Brenda just started doing lives in January, and her likes went from 698. Listen, friends, 698 to 2,795, and now she loves them. Often that thing, it's like when I learned how to swim when I was 39, that thing that I tried all my life not to do. Don't get in the water. Don't get in the lake. Don't get next to the edge of the pool. Don't get held under. Don't die. Okay? Once I got through the initial fear and held my instructor's hands for 5 minutes and did the ugly baby cry before I finally stuck my head without plugging my nose underwater. Did I sputter? Yes. Was I horrible? Absolutely. Do I still have anxiety 6 years later about swimming? Yes. But I enjoy it at the same time. And I think sometimes that's what these big, hairy, scary monsters in our business actually are. Does that make sense? It's not as bad as what you think it is. Okay. Ashley York Adams. So you have an online business, but it's not creative. If you need to really build your social media, Ashley, and really build your website and you want online traffic, then yes, you can absolutely join. A lot of the trainings in there go across all industries. Tiffany Hewitt Hill. Yes, business partners have to sign up separately, and I'm going to tell you why. When we started, the Inner Circle 2.5 years ago with 5 people, then 10, and then 100, and then 500, we started getting questions like, can I just give access to my business partner? Can I just give access to my daughter? Can I just give access to my spouse? Can I just give access to my team? Can I just give access to my assistant? And there was no place to draw the line. There was no cut and dried place, so it had to be each single person needs their own thing. Carol, that's not crazy. So Carol's question is, Carol Gardner says, geez Louise, you're so scared to be successful. Isn't that crazy? The fear makes you teeter back and forth on joining. You know you should, but you keep hearing fear. Okay, so Carol, it might not be the right time for you because you know what you're going to need to address first? Before you figure out how to get your website looking pretty, before you figure out what to do on Facebook, you're going to need to address that thing. And you're going to need to also come to terms with the fact that your fear does not excuse you from your calling. I know that stings a little. So if God's calling you to do something and you're feeling nudged in a particular direction, I'm not saying to come into my group. I'm saying whatever it is. If you're feeling that nudge, but you're like, I'm so scared, the fear doesn't mean that you're not supposed to do it. The fear is usually the sign. This is exactly what you're supposed to do. Do you know how scared I was to shut down my inner circle for 6 months? Terrified. My whole mastermind will tell you, terrified. Terrified. And we just got over 800 new people in the last couple days. What? So if you're scared about being successful, I want you to get the book Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick. And I want you to devour that, okay? You don't have to be a religious person to love that book. It's got so much meat in it. He is a pastor, but boy, he also talks about Beyonce, you know? And in a good way. I mean, he talks about stuff that's relevant. You will love that book, Carol. Get to the root of that, babe, and get past it. So, yeah, Kristen, that's one of my new favorite things. Damon Oates, you're not scared. Whatever. You're handling life like a champ right now over there ruling the world. Rebecca, you make jewelry and you need help getting your business off the ground. Am I a candidate for your circle? Rebecca, we have so many jewelry makers in there and so many of them selling online, and absolutely positively yes and amen. You're a typical creative. So, okay, is there any other questions that I should have answered? I did have a question from somebody who said she is afraid of getting too big too quick. She'd like to keep her business on the smaller side and very manageable. And I responded back to her and said, that's possible. But let's ask ourselves why. Okay, let's ask ourselves why. Because staying small and manageable also means staying really safe. And it's interesting that somebody would even ask me that question. Is it possible for me to join your group and stay small and manageable? And it's absolutely possible, but it's like a boiling pot of water that you're trying to keep a lid on it. Number one, stuff's still gonna leak out all over the stovetop, and you're gonna have to use a little scraper thing the next day and some soft scrub or whatever our cleaning lady uses to get all that off the top, okay? So that's what it's like. That's what it's like. So you're saying that you would rather stay small and safe than let that pot boil. And so I think that's often another thing that we need to look at and go, okay, what's the trigger here? What's the behind story? Why is this freaking me out? Why am I so worried about success? And dig really deep on that. Dig really deep on that. When you start to grow, you get help, right? Okay, so it's not like you're going to go from 30 orders a week to 3,000 and it all be you. You're going to get some help. So, how much is it to join the group, says Tammy? It is $47, and I'll post right here for you. Tammy Sawyer is the link if you want to click on that real quickly. It's jenniferallwood.com/innercircle. Sarah, what does it include? Weekly training videos from me on different topics, and the library of topics will be done by Valentine's Day. There will also be a listing of, we have over 1,600 people total now, so over 1,600 of you divided by state, Sarah. So if, Sarah, you sell cookies in Nebraska, you can figure out other people in Nebraska who are in my inner circle, and you can get together physically and powwow, okay? Or, Sarah, we also are going to have a listing by industry. So you can go through my listing and find other people who do cookies and connect with them on the line, okay? So it's connection, it's weekly trainings, and it's a library of old trainings. So, all right, that's baby girl. I have a bad connection? Okay. All right, bless you, Beverly, for just joining. Teresa, my mastermind was a 5-figure opportunity that I offered for people to get coached by me one-on-one, and I only offered it to people who are already in my inner circle. There's a lot of things I only offer to people who are my clients. Does that make sense? So, Sammy, we did last year. Hey, thanks, Damon, for sharing for me. I appreciate it so much. Do I ever have live meetings? Okay, so Sammy, last year when we had 1,600 members, we did a live meeting in Kansas City, and that was fantastic. We did a mastermind here. This year, I've got those 20 people in my mastermind, and we are doing 2 live meetups. I have had countless people ask me to please do a live event in Kansas City this fall, and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. You guys are going to have to really convince me, A, that this is something you want, B, this is something that you would travel to, and C, what it is you want from me. What do you want me to talk about? You could help me, Ava Grace?
Yes, I'd be awesome at that.
You would be awesome at this. You'd be a great event planner. Do you want to come say hello and good night? Ava and I are going to go upstairs and do some reading. So.
Nope, I'm going to do your makeup.
Oh, you're going to do my makeup? Thank you, Jesus, because look at how pale I look. So.
So, hi, I'm Ava.
Dylan, I'm so glad you joined. Okay.
And I got new braces.
Terry says, who do you get a domain name from? GoDaddy. I had to stop and think. Sorry, I'm brain dead. Go to GoDaddy.
What's that?
GoDaddy is where you go buy websites at. So, all right. Bless you guys.
You can also do that on Wix.com or something.
You can do it on Wix.com. What do you know about Wix.com?
Like you can make a website.
You can make a website on Wix, like Wix.com.
Yeah.
I think I knew this. I think some people in my inner circle use Wix. I can't see your beautiful eyes. What did you use Wix for?
I didn't.
4th grade, by the way. What did you just use, though, to make a video for school?
Adobe Spark.
Adobe Spark.
Can I show him the one that I'm making for Daddy?
Sure, if you can get your phone up here. My kids are smarter than I am.
Can you flip the camera?
No, if you just hold it up.
I know, but then everything's going to be backward.
Everything's going to be backwards. Okay, would you guys like to see what my daughter's been working on? Okay, so you go to the other side. I'm going to flip the camera so she can show you. You guys have the link to sign up. You've only got till midnight. Okay, you've only got till midnight.
This is Adobe Spark Video.
Adobe Spark Video.
For my dad.
Okay, so let me hold it so that we can get the angle just right.
I got to press play.
Oh, you got to push play. So she made her daddy a video in 4th grade. In 4th grade. I love my little techie kids who are creative. You got it going, girl? Okay, let's show them. All right, can they see it?
Says, Dear Daddy.
Says, Dear Daddy.
Love you so much.
Aw, that's so cute, sister.
And I love going on dates with you.
You better whisper, your dad's gonna hear you.
I love cooking with you.
Okay, okay. Oh, you love cooking with Dad?
And I love playing softball with you.
Oh,
We do that in the
my little
backyard.
softball player.
I love joking with you. And all the things you do for me.
That's awesome, honey. I know, Damon, she's the star in the family. Everybody knows
You're
it.
my BFF, best family friend.
I know, and your mother's not your BFF. How is this the truth?
Sorry, happy Valentine's.
Your
And then
daddy's
it
gonna love
says,
that.
I love you.
Can you tell them goodbye with your face, though? They can't see your eyes.
Yeah, and
Here.
then love Ava.
Love Ava. Honey, I love it. You're amazing. Somebody asked me about the billing, and I want to answer that question real quickly. So when you join, you get billed then every 30 days after that. That was somebody's question. Unless you just pay for a whole year up front. And then, oh, you made somebody cry. You made Emily cry.
Sorry.
If you want to pay for the whole year up front, you get 2 months for free. So I love you. You're precious.
Bye, Facebook.
All right, bye, Facebook. I'm going to go
And
take care of my
Instagram,
family.
Snapchat, whatever.
I know. Isn't that the sweetest, Susan? Kathy, I know. She's adorable. So the link is here. I don't think I can answer any more questions tonight via email. Hopefully you have plenty of... Listen, Linda. You have plenty of information to make a decision. So for those of you who are on the fence, I want you to know that I pray that you will literally listen to your gut. And if your gut is you're not ready, don't come join me, for real. Because I want you to still love me. And I want you to be there when you're ready. But for others of you, you keep wanting to get a few more answers to your questions and a few more answers to your questions, as if that one thing is going to be the thing that inspires you to go ahead and make the leap. And I want you to just join without getting the answer to that one thing. Answers are waiting on the other side for you, okay? But sometimes I think you got to lean into the process and trust a little in the system, okay? So, bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.